What's happening, muscle and mind? Welcome to the mind. You know what word really pisses me off? Necessary. Yeah, I know that's a dumb thing to be pissed off about, but so many people use it wrong. Even people with PhDs that write journalistic articles about health issues. So the word necessary in this form, or in this format, means, is it essential to life? Necessary when used as a noun means, do I need it? Is it water, shelter, food? If not, the answer is always no. So when you ask the question, is bulking necessary? The answer will always be no. What he wants to use is necessary as an adjective, and that always needs a disclaimer. So necessary for what? Is it necessary for growth? Is it necessary for building muscle? I think this is what he was trying to find, but I think this title probably would get more clicks. Just keeping it broad like that. More so what I think he meant, I think he should have used the word optimal. I think he should have used the word beneficial, sensible, anything but necessary, because the answer is always no. But what we're trying to find out, is bulking going to help you accomplish your goals? So looking at this article, this guy's name is Jacob Wilson, PhD, and he posed the question, my lab recently published a study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology where we optimized protein intake but kept calories at maintenance in the subjects. So they're trying to find out, with optimized protein intake and calories at maintenance, can you build muscle, right? No. The study that he cited, number 5 here, is titled The Effects of 12 Weeks of Beta-hydroxy-beta-methylbutyrate Free Acid Supplementation on Muscle Mass Strength and Power, blah, blah, blah. So what they're really doing is they're testing if a supplement that he's researching is going to help you build muscle mass. I looked further into the study, and I found that not only was maintenance not even mentioned in the entire study once, but neither was the word calorie. The study did not talk about anything that had to do with calories or maintenance. But looking further into the article, it says that over a 45-day span, they had 2 groups. One had a moderate 800 calorie surplus, one had a 2,000 calorie surplus, and they found that both groups increased their muscle mass by approximately 6 to 8 pounds in 45 days. Wow. So I can pretty much throw this out right now. And I'll tell you why. Because it's one of 2 things. Either you're studying beginners, because that's the only people that I could even imagine gaining 6 to 8 pounds of lean mass in 45 days as beginners. And if that's the case, what's really happening is that initial reaction to resistance training could be what's causing them to grow. So it could skew the results a little bit. I would like to see this done on people that have been lifting for 5 years, people that are like casual resistance trainers. And just in general, I've been bodybuilding for 5 years and I've gained 35 pounds in 5 years. That's like 7 pounds a year. So they're saying in 45 days they gain 6 to 8 pounds, and that's on average. That means there's some outliers, people that gained 10 pounds, 12 pounds of muscle in 45 days. I'm not buying it. We found that both groups increased their muscle mass by approximately 6 to 8 pounds, but the difference when it came to fat gain was more pronounced, while the moderate calorie group lost 2 pounds and the extreme calorie group gained 2 pounds. So what his study found, apparently, or what his study supports, is the idea that you can gain muscle mass while losing fat at the same time. And that's what the 800 calorie surplus group did. Our study suggests that any overfeed should probably be no more than 500 to 800 extra calories per day. And I hate that. I hate that recommendation. It is such a blanket statement. You can just say, oh, you shouldn't do this because this is what my study found. But there's a lot of evidence out there that contradicts this, that actually supports the idea that having more fat in your body will support more muscle and more lean mass. I thought this argument was dead. I thought bulking and having extra fat in your body is something that was generally accepted by people, that people understood that when you were bigger, you could gain more muscle, but apparently not. I was in the comment section on a video a couple weeks ago, and this guy, Mr. Metra, told me that excess calories has nothing to do with muscle growth. So he's basically saying as long as you're at maintenance but your protein is adequate, having those extra calories will not give you muscle mass. And I see what he's saying, but I think indirectly having these extra calories actually can help you grow. One study that supports the idea of muscle retention and growth and higher fat levels is this one here. It says grossly obese individuals may have over 30% more fat-free mass than individuals at the same height. So basically it's saying that people that are grossly obese have more lean body mass than people at the same height that are much thinner. And there's a lot of theories for why this could be, but the one that I believe the most is that when you're bigger, when you have more weight on you, it takes more muscle to support more weight, right? So you look at people that are overweight, look at their calves. I mean, that's an example right there in itself. But not even just your muscle, all the systems of your body actually grow. Your organs get bigger, your bones get more dense. There's a study here that was looking, it's a clinical study looking at osteoporosis, and they're asking the question, does putting on the pounds pack on bone density or does it not? And they found that thin people tend to have less dense bones than heavier people, and part of the reason for that is the body weight puts stress on the bone, stimulating to form more bone. So not only does having more weight help with your muscles, it helps with your bones, which means it's going to help with your strength all over your body. As you get stronger, you could then in turn build more muscle. So these are things that lead me to believe having more fat may help you build more muscle. And what Mr. Messer was saying in the comment section was that extra fats and carbs cannot be synthesized like protein can for muscle growth. And I totally understand that. That's a direct cause. I know it's not a direct cause, but those extra carbs and fats are extra energy which can be stored as fat, which could support a larger body system, which could help you grow in turn. I really think we need to look no further than observation in some things. There's a lot of conflicting studies and you really don't know the journals people are citing. Someone could throw something. Everyone wants a freaking study on YouTube. If you make any claim in a comment section, people are gonna say, where'd you hear that? Show me some science or else it's not true. Vegan Gains, everything he talks about, he posts, and no one even really looks at his studies, but you see some people combat his studies and say, well, this actually isn't true, or this is a really old study that has been proven wrong. But I think observation can be a great technique in some cases, especially this one. I don't need a study to tell me the sky's blue. I don't need a study to tell me I'm in a garage gym. Some things you can just see and observe. In my own bodybuilding career, 5 years, I know that the times I put on the most muscle mass have been when I was the most fat, when I had the most fat as well. And would I have gained that same muscle mass had I not gotten fat? I guess I can't really say that, but I know from experience, the times that I was lean, even when I was eating at a high clip of calories and I was in a surplus, I was not gaining as much muscle as I was when I had a little more fat on me. And not only personal observation as well, but you can look at observation in the bodybuilding world. We have these top tier athletes that have the best dietitians in the world, the best trainers in the world, and for some reason, they go above 5 to 7% body fat in the off season. So if extra fat didn't make sense, then why would they be doing this? They should be staying at 5 to 7% body fat year round, but they don't. So when you see not only in yourself, but everyone around us, the top people in the world do it, I think there's some truth to it. Either that or everyone that does it is wrong. What is more likely? So I think there's so much conflicting science and there's so many conflicting opinions in the world. I just want you guys to think critically. Look at studies for yourself. Personal observation always works too, and observing people around you, seeing what everyone else is doing and watching if it works. Other than that, I hope you take from this, learn how to use the word necessary, and muscle and mind, subscribe, comment, rate. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.